Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Joey Logano's Shell-Pennzoil Bristol Dirt win from 2021. One of the most anticipated races of last season. So always take a look at the box. Of course, this is the Elite version, so you have your generic Elite box again. Got the honeycomb pattern, the chrome foil Elite logo, Lionel Racing, all that good stuff. Made a total of 674 Elites of this thing. Pretty high for an Elite. RCCA Elite, got Elite on the back, 2021, RCCA Elite, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. This car was historic for a couple reasons. Of course, the fact this was the first cup race on dirt in, like 50, 60, 70, 80 years. But this was also historic for one reason that a lot of people I don't think realize. This was the final scallop win. I'm glad that Penske Scallops went out on a pretty important win, but this was the final time a Penske Scallop car won a race. If you remember, like in Cup last year, the other winners, none of the other Brad or Blaney ever won anything else in the Scallop car. Ryan Blaney had 3 wins last year, 2 with the body armor car, 1 with the Menards car, and Brad's only win was with the Moneyline car, Talladega. So, said this was the final time a Scallop car got to victory lane. So that's, like I said, that is historic in my book, because again, it's a very iconic paint scheme. The haters of the car will always try to deny that, but I will always keep saying it. But anyways, this of course does come with a few things. You have your little race winner sticker. You have your RCCA Elite Certificate of Authenticity. And of course you have your race winning stat card. Weird choice, they chose a picture of him in a Goodyear hat. Seems kind of random, but there are all these stats if you want to read that. Let's do a quick 360 of the car. Some people have been disappointed with these Bristol dirt wins just because they're like not super muddy. This thing's still very dirty and damaged. Like, I don't know why some people are, I think, overreacting a little bit, but so I think some people were expecting these dirt wins to be like so piled with mud and dirt that you couldn't even see the car, but last year, their stuff was just way too dusty more than anything. Like, it was so dusty that it was glaring so badly they have to keep stopping the race. So, like, it really wasn't wet enough to stick to the car. But, like, you can see on the front, there is still a decent amount of dirt and mud on this car. I think this is a fantastic race version. It's got so many little details and intricacies that's kind of cool. Like, no, it's not a car that you're going to look at a shelf and it's going to be so piled with mud. But, like, if you really look closely at it, there's a lot of cool details to this car. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Shell and Pennzoil. Got Ford with the double Mustang thing they had to do. It's like, because, Mustang would normally be right there, but because of the Bristol dirt grill, they couldn't really put it there, so they moved it to either side of the car. This is only one of, like, 2 diecasts that actually has that. This one and they actually did it on the Harvick Bristol dirt. I believe I reviewed that car, so I probably pointed out on that one, but something interesting that, not many diecasts are ever going to have. Wonder if it'll continue into this year or not. Anyways, down the side, you have Shell-Pennzoil. You got Auto Trader and Snap-on. You got AAA and Discount Tire in front of the rear wheel. You got Moneyline on the C-post. On the B-post, you have Ford, PPG, Mazak, and Coca-Cola. Joey's name on the name rail. Has your regular contingencies and such up front. On the back, you have 22 Crew and Shell-Pennzoil. Got the Ford Michigan license plate and a number 22. Got Shell and Pennzoil on the deck lid. Nothing on the roof. So it's funny, Penske just, completely avoided anything on the roof except for like 1 or 2 times ever. And now on the next gen car, it just says Snap-on there. Like, they couldn't really put Snap-on down here because of the whole little bottom piece. So they just kind of moved Snap-on to the roof after having nothing on the roof for all these years. Anyways, let's take a look under the hood. So you have Shell-Pennzoil and Powered by Ford. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. This is an Elite, so you still do have an opening deck lid. Get your typical fuel cell and such back there. Roof flaps, of course, do open. There's the holes where the antennas would go if you put them in. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. So this is number 508. And as you can see, this, of course, does have the treaded Bristol dirt tires. I'm still curious exactly where they got these from. They have to be off like a sprint car or modified or something. Like, I know they didn't make these tires for these cars. I know they pulled them out from something for their Eldora trucks, and now they've used them on the Cup cars too. But I'm curious exactly what these tires are from. But anyways, let's get down to the part everyone's waiting for, and that is the damage. Like I said, there's a decent amount of detail. Like, if you really just look at this car, like, you can see all the little marks of dirt and mud and stuff. You see on the windshield is even all peppered. I said, I really love how that grill looks, like the photo of the kind of just grill in the middle there with the Mustang cut off. The splitter's pretty dirty. They didn't really even run splitters. Or do they have splitters? I want to say that like there was barely even a splitter there for this race, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You see the right front fender is very dirty and muddy. That looks pretty cool. Down the right side, you have a few little marks and stuff. You see the front of the side skirt there is rubbed off a little bit. Has a few little marks where he got into somebody at some point during the race. Nice little donut right there. The way this is kind of shaded, I feel like this is supposed to be like pushed in. I imagine you like hit the wall or hit somebody else and it kind of pushed this, flatten this out a little bit. At least that's the idea I'm getting off of what that looks like. Got another little mark back here on the right rear quarter panel. You see the back bumper, you got slammed by somebody. I don't remember who. So the back bumper is all pushed in. Even got the little detailed little tow hook that they added to these cars, and sometimes were road courses and such. So the they can actually like hook it onto something to pull it out of like when it's stuck in mud or something. So even the back window has a bunch of dirt and detail, and so is the roof. Left rear, you see you have some like, I assume that's supposed to be just kind of like fuel splash. See the letting's a little bit rubbed off or a little bit dirty on the right rear, left rear, sorry. And overall, just a few more marks and stuff. Got another little chip off the side skirt there. I imagine that was just at some point somebody probably hit the jack into it or something. And that's about it. Like I said, it's not crazily detailed, but I think this is pretty cool looking. Like I said, some people are, you know, mad that this isn't just like so dirty that it's, I don't know. I saw some people just so disappointed in it for some reason, but so this still looks pretty cool. No, it's not the most dirty, destroyed thing ever, but I think it looks pretty nice. I don't know. I mean, sure, I am biased, but still. It is weird that I don't understand where, like, some people are, like, acting like this one is just not great of a race version, but yet people are somehow liking the Truex Auto Owners Bristol truck, even though that has basically the same amount of dirt and even less damage than this one has. So I don't really understand that at all, but whatever. Like I said, it's really cool that Joey won this race. Nobody expected Joey to win this race. So Joey has like no dirt background whatsoever. Before this race, he literally just did like a couple modified races earlier in the year. And that was his entire dirt experience, and he wins the race. I don't think anyone was expecting that. So this year, the Bristol Dirt Race is on Easter Sunday at 8 o'clock at night for some reason. I mean, no, they want to do a night race because of the... last year, this was just it got so dusty, and there was the glare that they have to keep throwing cautions because there was just nobody could see anything. So that makes sense why they were making a night race. But at the same time, wouldn't the big lights from the track still cause that issue? I don't know. But it was randomly that they made it Easter Sunday. Like, that's one of those holidays that just kind of NASCAR seems to avoid most of the time, so it's weird that they just suddenly chose that date. But have to see who does this year. Said Joey Logano is actually racing the truck race at Bristol Dirt this year. It's going to be a Planet Fitness truck, I believe. It sounds like it's going to be for the number 17 David Gillen Racing Ford. It hasn't been officially announced as recording this video, but it sounds like that's what it's going to be. Hopefully they make a diecast of that. I will buy that in a heartbeat. So I'm definitely going to, make a suggestion thread on Lionel's forum for that one. But back to this car. This is a brand new release. You can get it right now. I would not be surprised if this thing gets rare. Most of the Eldora ones get rare, so I assume that this one for a Cup car will probably get rare too. So I would definitely pick this up if you want it now. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get free shipping any order over $20. Just go check that out if you want anything. But I think that's all there is to say. This has been a review of Joey Logano's Shell-Pennzoil Bristol Dirt win from 2021. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.